Well, hello there everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here now. The Euros may be over. The Copa America may have reached its conclusion, but the summer of international football action is far from over. We are reviving the Postcards series, but with a little twist, and with a nation that is going to be competing, that is currently competing, in fact, at the 2021 North American Gold Cup. But before I reveal what the twist is, and indeed which nation we're playing as, please do me a favour, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, get the bell on for notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming international action. And now it's time for Postcards from... Oh, Canada. That's right. We have taken on the challenge with those crazy Canucks. We are looking to help them step onto the world stage. We're starting this save just before the 2021 Gold Cup, which, as I said, is taking place as I record this. And then we're going to run it for 5 years. So up to and including the 2026 World Cup, which, of course, Canada will co-host along with the United States and Mexico. So do let me know down in the comments how you think we're going to do in this 5-year challenge. Now, the twist on this edition of Postcards is that we will be live streaming it right here on YouTube. I will be going live twice a week, every Sunday and Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. UK time, and I hope that you will be joining me. A quick note though that this week, the first week of this mini-series, we will be live on Friday as well at 9:30 p.m. Obviously, it's going to be Wednesday, the day that I upload this particular video, so we'll get things kicked off on Friday with a bonus live stream of the 2021 Gold Cup. So, why Canada? Well, this is a nation famed for its geographical vastness, its modern cities, its natural beauty, and its welcoming people, but not so much for its footballing prowess. Canada have qualified for only one World Cup in their history back in 1986, and they finished with a record of no points and no goals scored. But they have had success on a continental level, twice winning the Gold Cup, the only nation aside from Mexico and those noisy neighbours to the south, the United States, to have done so. So our aims here are twofold. One, to get Canada back to the World Cup and to register some points and some goals, and 2, to win something. Now that might be the Gold Cup, which we will take part in 3 times in the course of this 5-year career, or it might be one of the additional tournaments I've created for the game, one of which is the Canada Maple Cup. Now this is a friendly tournament which took place a couple of times in the 90s. You can see the past history up there. So I have revived this. It will take place, Canada plus 3 other nations playing in a mini league competition every 4 years, so we'll get round to this one in 2024. I have also brought the soccer sayers of the world together, creating a mini cup tournament, a mini international cup between Canada, the United States, Australia and New Zealand, again taking place every 4 years, and we will come across this particular competition in the summer of 2023. And then there's a chance that we might get invited over to Asia for a friendly tournament like the China Cup, the Kirin Challenge Cup, or the King's Cup in Thailand. And just a cheeky reminder that if you are also interested in checking out any of these additional international competitions for yourself, then go ahead and check out my Steam Workshop page, where you'll find a lot of them. Join my Discord where we discuss these, and we do every so often make some changes, make some additional competitions as well. I also have a Patreon page if you want to check that out as a way to support the channel, and in some of the tiers there you will see you'll get access to all current and future international competitions that I create, and if you join the top tier even, you get the chance to request a custom international tournament from me. So do check that out. All the links are down in the description. So that's the outline of the series. Let me now talk you through the squad we're working with and the results we've had so far. Now, the Canadian squad is an interesting one. Every FM player will, of course, know about the young talents, the likes of Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David. But there's also something of an old guard in the squad, the likes of Junior Hoyle and Milan Borjan of Red Star Belgrade fame. Atiba Hutchison, who's somehow still going strong at 38. And as well as that mix of young and old, we've got a mix of players who ply their trade in the European leagues and those who play closer to home in the MLS. For example, Samuel Piet, who I've just named my new captain, Jonathan Osorio, Toronto FC regular, and Lucas Cavallini, a Canadian of Uruguayan descent currently playing at Vancouver FC. Throw in the burgeoning Canadian Premier League, and the potential is there to build a side, even once those old hands have retired, to build a side capable of getting well above their starting world ranking of 70, which you can see we've kind of already made a start on. And the reason for that little jump in the world rankings has come about from the results so far. Now you can see them here on the screen now. The first round of World Cup qualifying has been played. The first couple of games were played before I took charge. I set the start date for this tournament as the start of the Canadian Premier League season in April 2021. So we'd already played Suriname and St. Lucie, and what I assume is a reduced qualifying round due to COVID. We just played each team once, either home or away, rather than twice. Now, I took over. My first match in charge was the match against the US Virgin Islands, which you can see we got off to a great start. Osorio, one of the players I highlighted. Scott Arfield, they scored very early on. Jonathan David also, we were 3-0 up inside 10 minutes. We walked it from there. We were 7-0 up. We did concede in the last minute, unfortunately. US Virgin Islands with their only attempt on goal of the game. But, you know, they're ranked 208th in the world. We then took on Antigua and Barbuda. 4-0 win. Lucas Cavallini, one of those domestic players, getting a hat-trick, and Osorio as well. So that meant we topped our group with ease, having won 4 games out of 4. We then advanced to the second round of North American World Cup qualifying, where we were paired with Panama in a 2-legged tie, with the winners advancing to the final round of World Cup qualifying. So this would represent our first real test, or my first real test as Canada boss. So let's have a look at the goals and see how we got on. So the first game was away, and we got off to a tough start, a long counter-attacking clearance, and Barcenas got the goal that put them 1-0 up, but we got straight back into it. Jonathan David crossing for Cavallini, who's been great for us so far. Then, though, it was that guy Nurse, Roberto Nurse, got in there to score a goal and put them 2-1 up before half-time. We would then get back into it, though, 2-2 through Cavallini once again. However, one thing to note about that match is that we had 2 goals disallowed. We were incredibly unlucky in the end not to come away with the win. And then it was back to our place, and we were off to a dream start here. It was great to see Davis and David combining to get us on the score sheet with just a couple of minutes on the clock. Come 10 minutes, echoes of the US Virgin Islands. We were 2-0 up, and it was an assist from the goalkeeper all the way up to Cavallini. We then went 3-0 up thanks to Jonathan David. So at this point you think we're cruising. But then, of course, Panama came back into it just to give us a little bit of a worry. We did, however, go 4-1 up in the second half. And at that point, it was game over. And Osorio just getting behind the defence. Beautiful stuff. Great to see. We did give away a penalty late on, but it was our victory. We advanced to the final round. Now, in the past, the final round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying zone has always been known as the Hex, the Hexagon. 6 teams playing each other in a league, home and away, with the top 3 going to the World Cup. But this time, enter the Octagon. 8 teams, and we are going to play home and away. Now, Costa Rica, Honduras, Jamaica, Mexico, USA, they all just went directly to this round. They haven't played a World Cup qualifying match yet. Ourselves, Curaçao and Haiti, we've played plenty of them already. So top 3 qualify automatically. 4th place goes into an intercontinental playoff. Can we make it to Qatar 2022? Well, that's one of the things we'll be aiming for in this series. Let me know in the comments if you think we can do it. But right now, our focus is in the Gold Cup. So In real life, there were supposed to be Nations League qualifiers for this, much as we've had in Europe with the European Championships. Those final qualifying matches were, of course, cancelled because of COVID, pandemic, and so on. So those matches are going to be played as like qualifying rounds, with the winners coming through to the group stage. Now, we are straight into the group stage. Our groups have already been drawn. Now, our group here is almost like our real life group. So in real life, Canada are in a group with Martinique and USA. Martinique being a bit of an unknown package, a non-FIFA member, one of the French Caribbean islands who have qualified. Now, in real life, Haiti joined these three in the group. Here we've been drawn with Curacao. Now, that's pretty tough because Curacao ranked 70th, so a very similar level to ourselves if the world rankings are to be believed. USA, of course, will be the favourites. They're a team in the top 20 of the world rankings. Martinique, as I said, are unranked, so a bit of an unknown quantity. Now, the Canadian FA are expecting us to reach the quarter-finals, so I think that might be a tough ask, because I think USA are going to top the group. Then it comes down to us and Curacao to get second. There's no third place safety net in this competition. It's just top two going through to the quarterfinals, like the way the Euros used to be. So fingers crossed we can actually make it. Join me in Friday's live stream to find out if we can. Now, we will kick things off with a friendly against Qatar, because Qatar are a team in the Gold Cup, so it kind of makes sense to play them. What doesn't quite make sense is going to play them in Qatar when our matches are going to take place on the Pacific coast of the United States, but don't worry about that. It's a minor detail. We'll figure it out. So please do join me for that live stream on Friday. Don't worry if you're unable to join. It will, of course, be available on the channel as a VOD afterwards, so you'll be able to catch up anytime. But yeah, if you can make it, I'd really appreciate it. Really appreciate your support in getting that kind of live streaming aspect of the channel going. It's not just going to be for this series, but I'm thinking long term we're going to look at Wednesday and Sunday nights as live streaming nights for Football Manager here on the channel. So for now, thank you very much for watching. If indeed you have watched all the way to the end, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, get the bell on for notifications so you don't miss any of the international action. I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you on Friday.